Hey yo, it's Brandon Lord. Welcome back to Rome Total War as a Scipii. If you recall, last time we took the settlement of Corinth here, kicking the Greek cities out of Greece and just leaving them to their island settlements. Bruttii are fighting the Gauls along with the Julii, and they're not having too much success, but you never know, they might win. Hopefully they do, because I want them to make some kind of progress. And pirates are still causing havoc over here, but we've built a navy that we're going to send out as soon as we finish building our army. We're going to build a secondary army to send over east. Burp. Excuse me about that. And, yeah. And next turn, which we will do now, we're going to send a diplomat into a boat at Sparta, and we're going to send it over to Asia Minor to try to get some trade rights and stuff with people over there. Greek cities want a ceasefire. Oh, I don't... Can you give me Kydonia for it? No? Okay. Because that's the only way I would give you a ceasefire. And there we go. Okay. So, turn ended. End of turn report. Still making some money, which is good. We're training an army and making money at the same time. That's awesome. Forum built in Capua. We can go ahead and build... A lot to build here. We could probably go for an arena for some happiness. Because Julianus is getting pretty old himself. So, we're going to need some happiness buildings in there to reinforce the happiness. And Machene can go ahead and build probably some more farms, a little more growth and income. Never hurts. Over here we can probably build the next temple of Saturn, because it's not perfectly happy over here, definitely, so we need some more of that. And I don't know if we need to build more Hastati, but Equites, yeah, we need some. No, Hastati for now. And then we need more garrison, probably. And this Pontic army is kind of or Pontic navy is kind of in the way. So next turn we're going to move out with that ship. We don't want to just move it out not that far, and then it'll probably get picked up by the rebels. So, oh, good. It looks like the Macedonians are moving northward, perhaps attack the Dacians or Thracians, but I think they're allied with the Thracians. So I think we're okay. They're not going to attack us now, which, you know, I could probably handle, but I'd rather not. Holy crap, what's with all the diplomatic stuff going on? Jeez, I don't even know. Carthage looking good. It'll look better in our hands once we get over to that, but still a little bit until we take that. We want to take out those 2 island settlements, and then we'll turn westward. And this guy's all right. He's not anything great, but he'll lead an army. And you know, I think it's about time we take care of this rebel force here. Might as well, right? So let's engage. And they're still pretty happy without Julianus and a bunch of the garrisons, so that's kind of cool. And we can engage here. They got 1 rebel general unit and 3 peasants, so I mean, very threatening army. I don't know, guys. I honestly don't think we can win this battle. I don't know why I engaged them. I mean, the odds are just so against us, and sarcasm has never been higher. The strong did what they could, and the weak suffered what they must. Ah, indeed. Looks like on this map they're probably going to hill camp, which is unfortunate, but you know, we have so much advantage that it doesn't even really matter. So, gonna line up the Hastati and fire at will mode, and as I predicted, they're going to hill camp up there. Oh, and my ears pop for some reason. There we go. And we're going to move up here to counter them. And that should be all nice. Move the Hastati on a line right here. And then put a general over here. And they'll slowly march up the hill. And, yeah. Check out the Rebel General here. Rebel Generals aren't too bad. They look like Equites, but their stats are, I'd say, akin to maybe Carthaginian Generals. A little bit worse than Carthaginian generals. Well, they're pretty good, though. Roman generals, I think, are the best, however. But maybe by 1 or 2 points of offense and defense. But, yeah. Most generals are pretty competitive. Except the Greek generals are really the only ones that fall short, as they don't have good defenses or charge, really. Actually, I'd say the Eastern generals are probably the best, because they have javelins. You know, yeah, they have javelins instead of like a good charge bonus, and they still have, I think they have the same offensive and defensive stats as Roman generals. Plus, they look cool. So, you know, I think those are the best. I don't know what I'm thinking. Roman generals being the best. Crazy. Although the second, well, we won't go into that now. But anyway, move this study up. They should be firing at well, hopefully. It looks like they're going to move their... Are they going to charge with their peasants right now? Wow. Well, that's interesting. They're going to charge with their peasants. Oh, look at all these Pila. Just, eat it. Oh, yes, destruction. And then we can hunt down that other unit of peasants with our general there. Probably got a little friendly fire there. Probably all we're going to take casualty-wise in this battle. But the rebel general could do some damage, I suppose. And get our men to attack the rebel general. And curl these guys up to attack him as well. And we should be able to take him down. Because these guys have to take out the peasants real quick, though. Very tough task for them. They'll probably be pinned up with that for at least 3 minutes. You know. Peasants. Okay, I was kidding, but hopefully that doesn't take 3 minutes. Oh, crap. They charge right into this unit here. But he's taking the charge pretty well. Swing around our general. There we go. Peasants routed. And now we can charge into the back here. And charge into the front here for some more support. Get our general to charge in the back here. And we are losing quite a bit of his side in this unit. They do have the hill advantage here. And they are pressing down. And again, rebel generals have pretty good stats. So, but a crush right from the back of our general should be able to take them out. There we go. They're starting to lose men really fast. Fighting to the death. So they'll go down in no time. And there we go. The fake Spartacus has been destroyed. Although he did do about 100 damage to our men, we can easily retrain that. So, no worries. Even though the general did do some good damage. But, yeah. To a general, good luck is important. Yeah, good luck never hurts. I'll say that much. Move Julianus back into the settlement and retrain him. He's got some really good traits, but unfortunately he's pretty old. So he'll probably die soon. Well, hopefully not too soon. But he could die soon. And it says we're going to lose some money next turn. That's okay. It looks like that captain turned into a family member there for the Greek cities. They'll probably try to ferry him away. I can't really do anything about that, but yeah. Get out on the turn, and Macedonians perhaps are going to move over and attack the Bruttii. That would be interesting. It looks like the Bruttii are sieging Segestica, so they're going to try to take the rebel province there. That's interesting. Get a little, you know, closer to the Gauls, perhaps. I don't know. Not too bad of an idea, if I do say so myself. So I'll move this guy down here just in case our first diplomat fails. We can have a backup diplomat. And we did fail the blockade Carthage, of course, because I do not want to go do that yet. So, yeah. Syracuse finished its building, so now we can go for an arena, get some more happiness there, and then we'll probably start churning out some high-level military buildings. Over in Sparta, we can go for those aforementioned high-level military buildings. Actually, a market would probably be better, because a market allows us to train to build armor. So, I think I'm just going to go for an armor, get max blacksmith upgrades. And we'll pull our boat over here, and hopefully when the rebels attack us or somebody attacks us, we'll get shot over to the east, and then we can deposit our diplomat. That's kind of the hope, but we'll see. Looks like the Macedonians have a plague right now, so they're probably not going to be attacking. Probably just going to sit there and retrain a little bit, as they do have the plague. So that's kind of nice for us. Well, unless it spreads down here. Hopefully it does not spread. If it spreads, we'll have some problems, but should be okay. And it looks like the Gauls do have quite a bit of force still. Julia, I really need to get on that. And they did take Massilia there, as I have mentioned before, I think. I hope. Did I? Did I do it? Did I? Oh, I don't know. And everything's looking pretty good. You can be very wary of what's going on sometimes. Built some more Hastati, and, you know, let's try to fight this guy off. Let's see. If we can fight him, that would be cool. Engage him. Oh, he retreated right onto that mountain there, kind of. And we'd be going into Macedonian territory. And the city's not very happy about it. So we could go chase him. But, in all honesty, I think it's probably a bad idea. I'd rather fight him in the open field somewhere. Make him defend one of his towns instead of us, you know, going gallivanting and randomly attacking people. You know. Let's not give ourselves a disadvantage when we don't need to, basically, is what I'm saying. Although, we'll leave guys there. And, yeah. Looks like the armies are almost complete, which is very nice. And we're going to end the turn, as you see. And some action up north there in North Africa. And, of course, we actually have a chance to win this. But, clear defeat, of course. No, you went the wrong way. No. Oh, shoot. Ooh, blockade port of Kydonia. Interesting. That's the kind of mission I want to see. And they got their faction leader here. And Kydonia has grown to a large city. Or a minor city, my bad. And it looks like that Greek guy's not going to move. So we're just going to deposit Gaius back into the settlement. Raise the tax rate up so we can get some more money. Build some roads so we can get some more money. And, you know, pretty much bolster our money. Because we just built a whole nother army. So money's going to be a little tight for a while. Leibom has grown to a minor city. So we've Romanized that settlement, which is very nice for us. And Corinth is done building as well. We fixed that. Lots of stuff going on. Looks like Macedon did go to war. Or, no, they just broke their alliance with Dacia. So they'll probably go to war with Dacia soon, I would imagine. That's probably their next target, which is very interesting. And we're going to deposit these troops in there. And we might as well pull this diplomat in here as well. We got these assassins over in Masana that we can send into the ship here. And we got 3 assassins, a diplomat. Yeah, we'll just leave the diplomat in there. And I'll move up to Capua. Next turn, we should be able to land and do stuff. And I'm actually kind of thinking about moving a force up north, like a small force up north to help the Juliae, because they're really having a hard time up there, it looks like. Looks like they're definitely fighting a losing battle, even with the Brudii in there. So I think I may need to help them out. I won't deposit all the men, but we'll throw some out there. So I'm going to save it and end the turn. And we'll go from there. Diplomat coming down, as usual. Brudii putting a post on their border there. That's very nice. Macedon is looking pretty threatening against them, possibly. Greeks blockading our port. And clear defeat, per usual. And he did go the right direction, so maybe we can... I think we can. Yes. Very good. We can pause the guy here. Looks like Pontus just took Halicarnassus, which is interesting. You can get trade rights and map information. Yeah, that's worth the money, because we really need the information here. And by looking at the map, it looks like they have Asia Minor. So that's interesting. And an alliance. There we go. So we have an alliance with one of the Middle Eastern factions, and we'll use that to benefit us later. So, yeah, it looks like they just took out a couple of these settlements here, so they're expanding nicely. Dacia and Thrace are now at war with each other, and I believe Thrace and Macedon are allies, so it would make sense if Macedon went to war as well. I'm just trying to justify what Macedon's doing so that I feel more comfortable about them not attacking us, is what I'm saying. Arena completed there. Very nice. Built some stuff. More good traits. And we're making money again, so that's kind of cool. Probably because we're not training any more troops. And we got more economic focus everywhere. And, yeah, it looks like they're really having a hard time. I hate to do this, but I kind of wanted to use all these units over there, but that's okay. We'll deposit... I'm not sure how I'm going to want to do this. We don't need all these guys. Let's see how big this army is. There we go. Let's click the spy. Get into the Navy. And next turn we'll have another spy there. And I guess I'll decide what I want to do the next turn. I'm thinking about moving an army up north, but, you know, we'll see how they develop next turn. We'll give them one more turn to improve the situation. And then if they still need help, we'll go up there. Like if they start sieging one of their towns or something, we need to get up there. Because I have seen on Very Hard, I have seen, you know, like the Juliae lose some land to the Gauls sometimes. It's very rare though, but it has happened. I've seen it. So the Greek cities are down to 2 minor cities, it looks like, and we'll blockade the port of Rhodes while we're over there. Actually, yeah, let's blockade this port, and then maybe next turn we can reach Kydonia for our Senate mission. That would be very nice, but I doubt that we can. And look at that trade route just going everywhere. And we got Admiral Caius over here doing something. I thought he might be depositing troops. Sometimes the Julii do go and attack Spain like that. I have seen it. Kind of rare, but it does happen. It looks like Spain took that island there, which is very interesting. Spain took that island from the Carthaginians. I believe that is a starting Carthaginian island, so that's an interesting development. Gonna end the turn here, and Thessalonica is a large city. I believe we've seen that before, right? Right? I don't remember. And everything else looking pretty normal. No rebel attacks on our ship. And we really need some family members, so even though he doesn't have any trades, we kind of could use it. And Seleucid Empire has been destroyed, so that's our first faction down. Seleucid Empire, we didn't even get contact with them. So doesn't really mean anything to us. And Carlos has grown into a large town, so that means another old Carthaginian settlement will be Romanized in 2 turns, so that's very nice. We'll build a town watch for some more garrison. Over in Messana, we'll build some sewers for happiness and growth. Over in Syracuse, we'll go for some farms. Over in Sparta, we'll go for... Could go for an academy, but we're not really going to have any generals in here, so we'll go for an armorer. That would be very nice. And then we get +3 armor, I believe, on our men. So we'll have gold armor upgrades, which is very powerful. Temple of Vulcan giving +1, and the armor giving +2. And we're going to move our general over here. And we'll probably link them up with some forces. Get some hoplites and slingers. Those are very nice reinforcements. So we'll do that. And yeah, with that extra general, I think we'll pull a few of these Hastati, and we'll move up here with him. I guess we can't move past the Romans here, so we'll move this way and move up north to go help them. We'll get these reinforcements. There we go. That's a pretty decent sized army to go fight the Gauls with. So we'll go help out the Julii and Bruttii in their assault at northern Italy. So that'll be nice. And I'll move the other spy into the ship. So we got quite a few agents and quite a few army. Pretty decent army. We're gonna have, yeah, pretty good army there. Build another unit has Hastati here, and don't really have time for gladiators. And we'll build another archer. So we have 2 more units. That'll be about 15 units on that ship. So that's a pretty decent sized army to go take one of their towns. It doesn't seem like the Greeks really have much army left, so I'm not too worried about them. But yeah, gonna save it. Just make sure the recruitment's good and end the turn. And Macedon's moving back south again. That kind of concerns me. We'll have to keep watch on them. Greeks are moving around some troops. Perhaps they're going to try to launch an assault somewhere. I'm not too sure. And rebels being annoying. And, oh, we can't quite make it. Maybe next turn we can. Hopefully no rebels attack us, but that's not a guarantee. And I'll build another ship over in Sparta just in case they fail, because, let's see. Yeah, we have 2 turns to blockade the port of Kydonia, and I want to try to get that mission complete if we can. More Egyptian information going on. Very strange. Build a farm over in Lilybomb, because Lilybomb is going to be an economic powerhouse, and we're almost out of buildings to build in Corinth, so sewers for now. And this army is looking pretty good, so put it in the boats, move it here, and then we can deposit this Hastati here, and move it down here, deposit this archer, and then start moving him eastward. And it looks like we can't. About 3 turns, I would say, to get to Kydonia. Can't get past the rebel navy, though. So we'll just move right here. And, oh my goodness, my stomach is growling. Guess I'm pretty hungry, so maybe I'll go eat after this little episode here. But don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm a big boy. I can wait a little bit for food. And Pontus is moving some armies around. Don't need to talk to him again. This guy has some pretty good diplomatic ability, though, which is very nice for our trip over to the Middle East. We're going to talk with a lot of factions. It's kind of funny that we're probably going to end up talking to Carthage and Numidia last, even though that's supposed to be like our zone of dominance. I find that interesting. But yeah. So he's going to move out, and that should be very successful, I hope. So let's save it and watch the Macedonians. Let's see. They're not at war with anyone yet, but hopefully they don't go to war with us. That's pretty much our... Oh, no, that doesn't look good. As you saw, he had a path over to our capital, or Corinth. And Pontus Helbus took out some rebels there, so that's pretty cool. Pontic Navy and my Navy teamed up to take out some rebels. And they want a ceasefire. I'm just going to say no. It's too late for that. We're going to take you out. Going to take you out, Greeks. Anyway, as I was saying, the Macedonian, as you saw, it had a multiple turn path to Corinth. So they're on target to attack Corinth. So that's a real thing that's going to happen. So we're going to keep the army in Corinth. We're not going to move out yet. We're going to let them try to attack Corinth first. And Masada expands, so we're about to get our first large city, which is very cool. The other Roman factions, I believe, have a large city, and Rome is a large city, but this will be our first. And we got okay amount of senators. We don't really have that many high-ranking guys, but we do have a praetor still, which is very nice. And construction complete. Masana has built some sewers, and we're building that. Carlos has built Governor's Villa. Very nice. First thing, obviously, is going to be a port, because it's an island, so we need some good trading there. And a port will really boost up its economy, because with its roads, it's not really trading to anywhere. It's just getting taxes, which is kind of surprising, because it still has positive money. And the Carthaginians are defending. It looks like pretty solidly. Hopefully they're putting all the resources over there, and then we can just kind of sweep up their African holdings really easily. Byzicum and Africa. Perhaps Lepsis Magna. I don't know if they've expanded further. We'll have to find that out. And I'll move eastward. And, yeah, we can blockade the port of Kydonia here. Merge these two little navies here. And they don't have many troops at all, so I'm not too worried about it. And over in Corinth, we can build a little more cavalry. That'll be helpful against the Macedonians, as well as another unit of Hastati, just to get 20 units in Corinth. That'll be nice for us. And we'll move the spy back down here, just check on what they have in the armies. Lots of levy units. Not too threatening, I guess, but in the mass that they have is pretty threatening. Looks like the Bruttii lost there. We're going to move our army up next to this Roman fort here, hire some mercenary cavalry, and get mercenary captain. So he's got a command star now. That's pretty nice. And we'll see what the Gauls are up to, and we'll try to assist as we can. As you saw there, there's a large Armenian army, so perhaps the Armenians are doing good in this campaign. We'll see. They want us to blockade Carthage again. No, just stop. And we didn't really even get anything for that mission, but it's worth trying to help out the Senate, you know. And I'll build some crop rotation up in Capua. Syracuse can go for sewers, because we're kind of low on money, and I want to build everywhere. There we go. Yeah, we are kind of getting low on money. All these extra troops and stuff are getting a little expensive. And it looks like the Greek cities might be trying a counterattack here. And I'm surprised Macedon hasn't attacked. Looks like Macedon did get an alliance with the Bruttii, as you saw in the diplomatic window. So I guess maybe they're not going to attack us. I thought they were. It looked like they were going to. Looks like the Greeks might try to launch a counteroffensive at Corinth. I don't know. I am glad that the Greeks did take Corinth when they did, right before we came unattacked, so that we wouldn't have to go to war with Macedon, and we could be allies with Macedon. Very nice. Very nice of them. And Equites completed in Corinth, as we predicted, and the sewers should help that happiness problem, so I'm not too worried about it. And we could move out and attack those Gallic armies, but the garrison Batavium could probably wreck our army, so I don't want to risk that. Let's kind of chill next to the Julii forces and assist them where needed. Try to clean up some of the little battles, perhaps. And we'll assist them in the siege of Batavia Mediolanum if we can. Macedonians are fighting some rebels. That's pretty much all they have to fight. They're just collecting these huge armies. Whoever they attack is going to get totally bull rushed and destroyed, probably. Because it doesn't look like they're going to attack us. They're moving northward again. And we're going to end the turns ended there. Lots of action here. Very interesting. They decide to move out to counter us. I don't know if they notice us being in an ambush position. Perhaps not. And lots of information here. Armenia and Parthia had war, so perhaps that large army is going to attack Parthia somewhere? I don't know. Estadi complete. And Carlos, port. We could go for the Temple of Saturn. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Just ensure some good happiness there. And in Sparta, we can go for the Legion Barracks, and we'll retrain... Oh, everybody but the archers. Archers don't really need armor. And you'll see the upgrades on these guys, and it'll be very, very powerful upgrades on these guys. And there'll be some very veteran troops coming out of Sparta, but Sparta still needs to grow its population. And we'll land Asinius here, and he'll siege the city of Kydonia. We might siege attack. I'm not too sure. There's not too much in the city, but they do have a faction leader who can do some damage. And we'll move this guy up here, and since Macedon doesn't look like they're going to attack, we'll pull out some of the army here. We'll leave that many guys for garrison, including some archers, and lower the tax rate a little bit. And next turn, we'll probably pull out some of these advanced Spartan soldiers, maybe exchange them for some of the not so upgraded guys. And over here, we'll go to war with the Gauls. We were trading with Batavium, I believe, but we can get rid of that. Yeah, whoa! Looks like the Julii took Mediolanium. I don't even know how they did that. But, huh. Well, I'll still help them take Batavium. I have the army up here. Why not? And we'll end the turn. Declaration of war against the Gauls has been made. So, there's that. And looks like they're still fighting rebels only is what they're doing. Somebody's blockading Carthage port. Gauls want a ceasefire. How about I extort you? Give us Batavium for a ceasefire. How about that? No? Alright. If you want to be mean like that, we can do that. We can play it that way. And lose Scipio here. I'm gonna try to get him. I'm gonna try to snake him around here. They don't really have much guarding Mediolanium. The Gauls could probably take it back. So I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna go help Mediolanium. Go defend it because it's very low defense, and they probably need some help there. Syracuse has finished the Suez. We can go for the next Temple of Vulcan because we're kind of low on cash. So we need cheap buildings to build, and the shipwright will definitely help our trade situation. So that'll be very nice for us. And yeah. Oh, Egypt and Pontus are at war. That seems to be a common theme. Pretty much every game you play, Egypt and Pontus become the big powers, and then they fight each other. Usually Pontus wins, but sometimes Egypt wins, and we'll see. If it turns out that Egypt is winning, or as Pontus is winning, we may break our alliance with Pontus and go attack Pontus and Asia Minor when we get into this war in the Middle East. But that's a little later in the campaign, so we don't have to worry about that now. Anyway, we're moving an army. We're moving the army in our large navy over to Rhodes with Gaius Scipio there, and we should be able to take out these two settlements pretty easily without too much struggle. So, not too worried about it. And everything else is looking pretty good. We already moved our army up north for the turn, so we're gonna end it. And anything interesting going on? Not especially. That's fine with me. Oh, the Spanish are blockading the port there. So, okay, that works. And looks like lots of Gaul armies up there. There's not really a good path to get up there. Julii are blockading us, strangely enough. So we'll move next to this army. Not too much diplomatic information. And Masana has grown to a large city, so that's very nice. We could go for the next Temple of Saturn. That would probably help our happiness because they're quite a large city. And I will build some sewers over in Carlos. And Corinth is done constructing, so we can turn the tax rate up here. Build one more hostati for garrison. And they actually have quite a bit of soldiers there, so they might be trying to launch an attack on Corinth or Sparta. But we're going to launch attacks on their cities. And if we take out their cities before they take out one of our cities, before they take one of their cities back, then we'll be fine. And now we're going to siege the city of Rhodes. Oh, we can't quite this turn, unfortunately. There's some really good mercenaries there, too, so I might pick up some of them. Cretan archers, Rhodian slingers, hoplites, lots of good stuff. And over in Sparta, we can train. We'll actually retrain these guys, and I guess train another unit of Town Watch, because I want to try to get this as defended as we can. Actually, Town Watch is probably a bad idea. They're not going to be too helpful, and it's just draining our population. So, Kydonia has 6 turns, and Rhodes will probably have maybe 7 or 6. So it's looking pretty good for us. We should be able to take those zones without too much problem, and finish off the Greek cities, and then move westward. And those 2 settlements will give us some very nice trade opportunities with the Middle East. So that's very cool. And the army of Julii has requested assistance. This is something that only happens when your ally attacks an enemy army. I went kind of through it a little quick there, but basically, if an enemy army attacks, if the enemy army attacks your ally's army, or your ally attacks an enemy army, and your army has movement points to get near to the battle, they'll ask for assistance, and then your army can actually move near them. It's a very interesting feature that only happens between the computer ally and you. That never happened. I don't think that happens in any other situation, which is interesting. And as you saw, Syracuse has grown to a large city, so we can do that. Holy cow, look at that Greek army. That is a large Greek army. How did they get this many troops? Well, it looks like they bought a lot of mercenaries, so I guess that's probably why. Yeah. See, they took the Cretan archers and the slingers there, I think. Well, that's kind of threatening. We'll buy one of these mercenary hoplites. That'll help us a little bit. And unfortunately, we weren't able to build anything in our Capua. So there's that. And we'll siege at Rhodes here. Rhodes we should be able to take. They don't have an army really to defend here. Even though Memnon is just a beast of a guy. Holy cow. But, yeah, we'll send this navy over here. We'll kill this boat. And kind of park the navy here. If we need to stage a retreat or something, you know, we got the boat right there. And we'll retreat into the boat. But we'll fight the Greek cities here next time on Rome Total War. And hopefully we'll take these settlements and finish off the Greek cities. So join us next time when we probably have maybe an exciting battle at Kydonia. So, Braden Lawrence signing out. Have a wonderful day.